When did you and Tupac first meet?
Oh man, I met Pop back in the day, man, in Flint with MC Breed. We was doing some music at the studio. Um, he was in the city of Flint, and then the next time I seen him was Breed and him did a song. They did some songs together. They did about 3 or 4 songs together, and they wanted to shoot some videos to him. And so we shot 2 videos in Atlanta, and I think on the second video maybe, after the video shoot was over, he went and stayed. He just stayed at the crib. He stayed at my house for about a month and a half, 2 months, about 2 months. He stayed at the house. And then I think he went out. That's when he shot out to L.A. and was back and forth from L.A. to Atlanta, back and forth.
If I'm not mistaken, Tupac and MC Breed shot the "I Gotta Get Mine" video at your house, right?
Oh yeah, they had used the crib a couple times for a whole bunch of different, for a whole bunch of different videos. DOC was there too. DOC was a part of the movement too. Early movement, man. And we had knew about DOC's career, and we had his back and supported him on whatever the fuck he wanted to do. So he was in there. DOC was in there too. And so, I was tight with Q back in the day, back then too, because I was tight with the Lynch Mob. Q was making his moves. That's why, I attribute, a lot of tribute, a lot of love, like cats that, allowed me to be around them in the hip hop world and the music world, and they knew I was doing my thing in music too, and the whole nine. So it was mutual respect. Them cats was out literally, in the streets, grinding, trying to get their music game on. And, not only music game, just thinking about the names you just named between Pac and Q. They went off in film and shot some of the most remembered movies ever. Not only just black film, they big time films, the Pac and Ice Cube, and especially what Cube doing now in today's entertainment world, man. It's just an honor and blessing just to be around them when they can say, like, hey, I was around them, when I seen the drive, the vision in their eyes, I heard it out their mouths, that's what's real.
I never knew that. So Tupac stayed at your house for a few months after he shot the "I Gotta Get Mine" video with MC Breed.
Yeah, And then I talked to Mr. Feeney. That was the first time I ever talked to Mr. Feeney.
How was it like on set when y'all was shooting the video "I Gotta Get Mine"?
Oh man, it was crazy, man. All 3 of us were single. You know what I'm saying? The niggas rappers. The motherfuckers is rappers. That's what everybody was saying on the mic, So, but the whole perspective was they just wasn't niggas rapping. They was businessmen. They was young black men, and with thoughts, and was so talented in their lyrics and they writing, and so that's why you see and heard them use the word nigga, and in different ways, different platforms, because they didn't see themselves as just, I didn't see them and they didn't see themselves. I could tell by their conversation to me. They didn't see themselves as just niggas, and what, that's what hip hop was looked upon as. They always thought from a political side, both of them. You can hear it in their songs. They always thought about people, you can hear it in their songs, and they always had feelings. That was out there, unmatchable in their songs. And I think that's why they were so tight as MCs, Pac and Breed. And this is when a lot of people that eventually came into their life wasn't in their life. For me being a pro football player, my 9 to 5 is different. I get paid to study people and watch tendencies and all that stuff from a scouting report. I depend on 10 other people on a particular play just so I can be successful, so I can make a earning, a check. That's my job. So my mindset is a little different. But yeah, I'm from the same place they from. You know, I'm from the same type of environment. I'm from the same. So it's a bitch to handle two hats. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to handle two. I was trying to be in the rap game, hip hop game, and then I'm playing pro ball. I'm doing this. I got Nike commercials going on. You know, I'm with Nike. I got other stuff. I got chicken commercials on. And, you know, I got with Hardee's. I got a lot of stuff going on. But at the same time, I'm not too busy to help them in their career. You know what I'm saying? They needed the crib. They needed the Ferrari. They needed the Benz. They needed the studio. They needed whatever they needed. They needed shit, you know, some loot. There, you know, outfits, whatever. It didn't matter. And it wouldn't look like, okay, y'all owe me. You know, I want to see y'all go to the next level. I want to see y'all go to the next level. Because I had already experienced it. I already played in college and won the Rose Bowl. And I won the Gator Bowl MVP. I went for almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. I scored 7 touchdowns in 2 weeks. Going into the NFL combine, the last 2 games of my career, I scored 7 touchdowns in 2 weeks. All of a sudden, I went from nobody to first-round pick. I know how this shit goes, you know. So it was on me to be, you know, the big brother with it too. So I tried to give him the best look I could give him.
Right. So Suge Knight, I had no idea you and Suge Knight had a friendship. Give me the backstory on that.
I just met Suge in the streets, man. Moving and shaking. I was out in LA, and now we just got cool, man. Got cool, and always been cool, you know. And we was gonna do some business together, and you know, our schedules just didn't permit it. But no, that's always been my dude.
Was you still dating Left Eye when Left Eye was on death row?
Yeah, I assume. But they had supposed to have been out there for. They was dragging their feet. They had supposed to have been signed with Suge.
Oh, okay. So she was supposed to have been signed with Suge, but she was dragging her feet?
All 3 of them. TLC was dragging their feet.
TLC was supposed to be signed to death row too?
I mean, that was the intention. That was the intention. I mean, that's who I wanted to sign with. That's what Suge wanted, you know. But you know, that's that music business. I ain't had nothing to do with it, but I was pulling for him to be signed with Death Row. I wanted TLC to sign with Death Row.
When you and Left Eye first met, y'all met in the club, right?
Yeah.
And Tupac was in the club that night as well, right?
Right.
I remember reading an interview from a magazine some years ago. The magazine was called Sister to Sister magazine. And Left Eye told a story about how you and Tupac got kicked out the club for smoking a blunt.
That's great. She telling the truth though, but what publication is that?
A magazine called Sister to Sister.
That's in Sister magazine? When was it, Night? When did you do it, Night? The interview, 1999, 2000?
1998.
And then, and Treach ain't nowhere in there?
Nah, she don't talk about him in this interview. But speaking of Treach, did you hear that interview that John Singleton did with Ed Lover before his death? Where he told a story about how Treach got with Left Eye and Left Eye tried to get with Tupac afterwards, but Tupac turned it down once he found out she got with Treach.
They say Treach, man?
I had this relationship with Left Eye. I had him down when we was down at Freaknik.
Yes, sir. I was with him. I was fucking with him. At Freaknik, I was with him with his relation. I tell everybody the Left Eye story.
Black people down Peachtree, strippers from Magic City.
Yes, sir.
Cars.
We got thrown out of Magic City together. Me, him, and Stretch got physically thrown the fuck out of Magic City for wilding in Magic City. It was my room key that he took to go upstairs and fuck with Left Eye, and then he came down straight because she had on Naughty by Nature underwear, and he was fucking pissed about it.
That was in the script. I had him say, you know, if she was like, because I was there. It's like,
right.
Either you my girl. He says, I want to be a girl. She's like, is you my girl? Why you fuck Treach? Why you fuck my boy Treach?
Right.
And he's like, and she's like, I had to care. She's like, What that got to do with you?
See?
Like, I had the real stuff in there.
I didn't even know the niggas even knew it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Until, I didn't know the people who, I didn't do nothing, for one. But, yeah, you got to put two and two together. Like, okay, these motherfuckers was up there, boom, but then the homeboy tried to keep it real, but Dre didn't find out till last. And then, boom, it was too late. Okay, boom, but then Dre was right. Dre had something in his stomach, a gut feeling that, something could possibly still be going on. But what dude would never smash. Maybe he ain't smashed, but that was one of his best friends. Wasn't Treach and Pop best of friends?
Yeah, they was best friends. So,
That's why so go on and put two and two together, nephew. Come on now.
So she was messing around with Treach. Then she tried to get with Tupac, but Tupac turned it down once he found out she got with Treach.
And then keep coming. Then she went to go smash Pac Boy, which is who? She went Treach, then tried to go smash Pop wouldn't. But then she went to go smash Pac Boy, who was Pac Boy. That she ended up smashing because he didn't know.
Which was you. You was one of Tupac friends. So she was messing around with two of Tupac friends, you and Treach.
Yeah. Wow. And so, wow. When I ain't know, because Pac never told nothing.
So when you started dating Left Eye, you had no idea she was messing around with Treach prior?
No, and she always denied. No, and me and Treach was tight. And Treach never said nothing. And I never said nothing because I never asked. We never. And then me and Treach, we all see each other periodically, Because once Pac left, man, you go see this in the movie, man. I just gave you some thanks for shit, though, right there.
Did Tupac ever have a conversation with you about Left Eye?
Pac, only thing Pac said was she was crazy. He didn't even go into elaborate.
And Tupac told you that in the club, right? The same night you met Left Eye for the first time, and the same night you and Tupac got kicked out the club for smoking a blunt.
Right. When we seen her, when she came in that club that time.
Out of curiosity, did you have any idea that Left Eye liked Tupac while you was with her?
I mean, every woman in America had a crush on Pac. But damn near every woman in America had a crush on Andre Rison. So, only thing I hate was the fact that when I look back in hindsight, like, oh man, But everybody just kept what they kept to themselves. And then if you think about how me and you just broke it down, if you think about it, put two and two together, now you see how, oh man. And it's deeper than that, because it's even deeper than that. No, man, you ain't seen the half. You wait till you see the movie now, you're gonna be like, wow. And you gotta hear that on motherfuckers, bro. Man, how many women Andre Rison had, like, just in a situation where, like, man, that's Atlanta, man. That girl didn't have no money. No, she had a car. She had a green rodeo. Man, I had $400,000 car sitting at home. I lived in a house already in her president, her CEO of her company. I live in the same neighborhood. I live around the corner.
Well, it is well documented that TLC was having financial issues at that time.
Where the fuck the money was coming from? You know what I'm saying? Who giving them money? Partner?
Clearly the money was coming from you.
And I think Treach had been moved on. Treach had started dating a successful lady who was getting paid. And Pac's career had took off. So yeah, Pac was blowing up, all eyes on me. All them albums. Then, you know what I'm saying? Treach was doing his thing, from the movies to all kinds of shit. And it's like I say, his woman was successful too, so they boom. Everybody flourishing, Yeah, everybody flourishing. During that whole time, T.I. used to be sick, but then she found the real cat for a second. Boom. Who she hooked up with? Mac 10? Mac 10. Then they had a child, I think, boom. Another than Chili. Boom. Chili was already in pocket. Cause shit, she had a child with who? Dude that was doing the music, Dallas Austin. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a wicked game, dog.